Okay, so I would like to start for introducing myself. I'm Rafał Gwist. I work in House of Europe in informational point of European Union in Wrocław. That's our building you've got in on our first slide. We are working here on the first floor of our building, and I'm here right now, basically in that room. Um, we are here as info point with European Commission regional representation, which offices are on the second and third floor, and European Parliament office as well. Yes, so that's why it's a House of Europe. Yes, house of institutions of the European Union in Wrocław, those regional institutions. Okay, and I would like to ask you to, of course, ask me questions, and if you've got some for me, feel free to do that. And of course, I will ask you some questions. So please answer them, because without an answer, we can't move on to the next slide. So be prepared for that also. We will start from the basic question about the European Union. Is it a group of European states acting in the common interest, or is it a group of countries from around the world acting in the common interest? What do you think? Anyone? First or second, because I didn't hear you.
Come on, guys. Second.
Okay, so I heard second, so I will take second, and unfortunately it's a wrong answer. European Union, as the name of that institution says us, it's a European states, yes, organization, and it's not an usual organization, and that will be explained in the next slide by me. But before that, question for you. Once again, that one is more open. Please define European Union. What do you know about the organization? What do you know about it? And please don't be shy. It's all of us may make mistakes, and you don't need to know everything. So what do you know about the organization? What do we gain from that European Union? What it gives for us? Did you ever use the euro currency? Do you travel around the Europe?
Yes.
Yes. So we've got two things. We've got euro currency. Yes, that's a part of the European Union, and also we've got Schengen area. Yes, so Schengen zone. The most basic definition of the European Union is that the European Union is a unique economic and political union between 27 countries. Yes, and that unique is very important because it never happened before in the history of the world to create and maintain something like European Union. For example, we had the Nations League. Yes, in the past we've got the sorry, we've got the other organizations, yes, regional and worldwide. For example, we've got the African Union. Yes, it's very similar to the European Union, but it's not the same because of the high level of democracy and political culture in the Europe. Yes, so it's more efficient and really better if you compare those two organizations, regional organizations, of course. So that's why it's unique. And 27 countries we've got in the European Union right now. Okay, the member states are here on the map, and what can you notice on that map? What is very important from the history of the accessions and the countries of the European Union. What can you tell me from that map? What it's interesting for us on that map, as the European Union people from citizens of the European Union. Have you ever heard about the Brexit?
Yes.
Yes. So that's why I'm asking the question, my dear group. It's very important that we don't have now Great Britain in the European Union, because it shows that if you are a country who joined the European Union as a Great Britain, you can also feel free to go from the organization. Yes, and a very important thing is also that in Great Britain was not a founding state of the organization. Founding states were Italy, France, the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, and Germany, not Great Britain. Yes, so if someone said that European Union is collapsing because Great Britain because of the Brexit because one of the founding states are going out. It's not true, because Great Britain joined the European Union in 1973. That's an important information from that map I would like to present to you. And also the biggest accession. And the biggest accession of 10 countries we had from Estonia to Slovenia, those 8 countries right here on the continent, and which countries to 10, because we had 10 countries, which 2 countries were also in that accession in 2004. Do you remember?
Lithuania, not.
But I'm asking for 2 more, yes? Not from the continent. Those countries are islands.
Cyprus.
Cyprus, yes. And very small, the smallest country in European Union. Malta, yes. So we've got Cyprus and Malta right here. Yes, the biggest accession, we called it Big Bang. Okay, do you know European Union symbols? I think you know them. The first one, you've got a hint here. it's an anthem. Anthem Ode to Joy, yes. So that's the first EU symbol. The next one, I don't know if I've got some behind me. Unfortunately, oh yes.
Flag.
Yeah, exactly. Flag of the European Union. Some more. I did mention that symbol in the beginning of our talk. Sorry? A bit louder, please.
Currency.
Currency, yes, exactly. So we've got currency, which is not that a part of the slide, but yes, of course, we've got the currency, the euro currency. We've got also Europe Day. It's 9 of the May. Every year we celebrate Schuman Declaration. The idea of creating something who became what became the European Union, yes. And we've got also a motto, united in diversity, because we are all different, but we are together to keep Europe in one piece, without a war, without a conflict, without threat for the citizens, yes. We are together to build a better world for us and for next generations. That's why we will talk about environment today also. Okay, so we've got also languages in the European Union, and I will tell you simply that it's 24 number of the official languages in the European Union. The most important thing I would like to present to you on that slide is that all those 24 languages, official languages in the European Union, you can use to translate European Union websites. Almost every of European Union website you can translate on those languages, and also documents. So if you are working with some European Union documents, official documents, you may use Applex. That's a website with those documents, and simply choose a language you want to use. So that's very important and very helpful for all the Europeans. Yes. Okay, we've got also Schengen area. 26 countries belong to the Schengen area, and very important, of course, because of the Schengen area, we got those free free movement of goods, of people, of services and money. Yes, of course, it's the first thing we need to know, and I need to mention. But also, it's very important that Schengen zone makes the border, which all the institutions are taking care of. Yes, so we keep our border safe. Yes, for the using those institutions, for example, Frontex. And we are free to go inside, yes, but we keep those outside borders safe, and that's one of the main goals for the Schengen area as well. And we've got Eurozone, and in euro we pay in 19 countries. Poland, for example, is absent from euro right now, But in the future, if we meet the convergence criteria, we are free to use the euro in that time. What do you know about the next country who will use a euro? Did you heard about the next country? It's in use from the 1st of July. Croatia will use the euro currency from the 1st of January 2023, and that's the next country will use that currency. Okay, so I would like to start the conversation about today's topic, and the question for you is what can we care? How can we care for the environment? Do you know something without the slide? Yes, we don't look on those graphics. How do you know we can care about the environment? What can we do?
Recycle the trash.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Don't waste your food.
Don't waste your food.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Anything else?
Use electric cars.
Mm-hmm.
Use reusable energy, like not the carbon, but solar panels, for example.
Yes, it's very important. Yes, great. Of course. And you are all right, of course. I may add some of those which are on the slide. Yes, so we may sort our waste. Yes, we can get run by public transport, for example. Yes, we can choose organic food products. Don't use single-use plastic. Yes, for example, we can use glass bottles for water, for example. Yes, and yes, you mentioned the light. Yes, so we can reduce the amount of the light at night, and also we can buy furniture made of certified wood. And European Union provides those informations for you on its website. Yes, so it's all for you. We can collect rainwater. It's also very interesting. Don't waste our food, of course, and feed the birds in the winter. Those are those basic ideas how to care about the environment. And I've got something for you about recording to the taking care about our energy.
Want to see a trick?
This is my trick!
My trick?
And this is my trick.
your trick?
Yes, and I would like to introduce you to, although you probably know it well, the idea of zero waste. The zero waste labeled to the design management of products that process to systematically eliminate the harmfulness of waste. Yes, so the zero waste will eliminate to release of the harmful substances to the ground, water, and air, for example. Yes, and overall, it will help to save our planet. That the EU, and more precisely the regional representation here of the European Commission in Wrocław, is pushing and promoting this idea on our events. And the good example of that event, you may Google it after the classes, was our good book fair, Targi Dobrych Książek, in Wrocław in 2019. We did talk about the zero waste idea, and we did promote it on the workshops here in Wrocław. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the good quality photos from that meeting, but we've got some of those in the Google images. You may check it after the classes. And yes, we did it, and we will promote it in the future, definitely on our events. Because it's something very important to not waste our food. Okay, what is the European Green Deal? The main goals, main plan is to help transform the EU into a modern, resource efficient and competitive economy. Yes, so we will reach a zero net greenhouse gas emissions in 2050. It's one of the main ideas, and if we talk about the European Green Deal, we almost every time start from that point. Yes, reaching zero net greenhouse gas emissions in 2015, and making the Europe, the continent, greenhouse. Yes, and more and creating a society, or maybe the better word is changing the society of European Union countries to environment friendly. Yes, as we can say, if we can say something like this. Okay, the next goal is where the economic growth is decoupled from the resource consumption, and where no person or no region is left behind. Yes, so that's also very important. We are trying to, as the European Union, be everywhere with our idea and promote it, push it to every person, of course, who want to talk with us and who want to gain those ideas and use them in their lives. Okay, so we've got the foundations of the European Green Deal. Is the reducing greenhouse gas emissions by 55% by 2030 compared to the 1990 levels. It's the first step. Then will be that next step, which is reaching that zero net greenhouse gas emissions in 2050. Yes, so the first step is to gain 55% compared to the 1990 levels. Okay, next is a building interconnected energy systems and better integrated networks supplying renewable energy sources. Yes. Next, we've got ensuring an affordable and secure energy supply for the EU. And ensuring food security in the face of climate change and biodiversity loss. In the end, pursuit of circular economy. And yes, I've got a short video for you about the idea of the European Green Deal.
Our planet has been nurturing us for millennia. It can keep sustaining us, but its resources aren't limitless. We need to act now to protect the planet for future generations and make our societies climate resilient. The European Green Deal is the EU's commitment to be the first climate-neutral continent by 2050. It means radically transforming how we do things, reimagining urban landscapes by restoring ecosystems and giving space to nature. Finding greener world. Eating healthily while giving back to the planet. We have an opportunity and a responsibility to set Europe and the world on a more sustainable path. Research and innovation hold the solutions. Together, let's bring them to life.
Yes, and EU action in the field of climate is basically simple, very simple, increasing the use of the renewable energy sources. That's the first one, the first step. Next, we've got the sale of the clean cars, yes, and cleaner fuels for cars, planes, and ships. The system of setting fees from greenhouse gas emissions, energy saving targets, taxation of various energy sources, and support for citizens to protect them from extra costs. Also, yes, because in some of those cases we may meet extra costs, and it won't be easy for some of the Europeans. And what kind of renewable energy sources do you know? You've got the graphics which may be helpful for you to name those. Can you name them?
So the solar energy, the solar panels.
Solar panels, yes. So solar energy.
Wind energy.
Wind energy, of course. The next one, what do you think? What is it? It's biomass energy. Yes, so biomass energy. Next, we've got water energy. It's in Polish, but yes, we've got the system of the water energy presented here, and geothermal energy. Yes, in the end. Okay, what are the benefits of the European Green Deal? I would like to present you some of those benefits: fresh air, clean water, healthy soils, and biodiversity. We've got also renovated energy efficient buildings. And one of those ideas, one of those programs that we are talking about in European Union is a new Bauhaus idea, European new Bauhaus, and that Bauhaus idea will help to develop to gain that energy efficient buildings which we are building from the ground. Yes, so the new buildings and also those renovated energy efficient buildings. Yes, so European new Bauhaus is that idea which is also very important in that case. Healthy and affordable food, greater offer of public transport, which in Europe is in good condition right now if we compare it, for example, with North America. But of course we want to be we want to make it better, we as a people, of course, and cleaner energy and least ecological technical innovations, more durable products that can be repaired, recycled, and reused, future-proof jobs and transformation skills, and a recent and globally competitive industry. Yes, so that's the benefits. Those are the goals that we are, as the people of the European Union, all want to achieve if we talk about the European Green Deal. And what will happen if we do not take care about the environment? For example, we may meet bad news in, for example, increasing in unpredictable weather phenomena, the rise in the water levels, migrations through the shifting climate zones, yes, spread of infections, disease, heat waves that lost and that can last for weeks. Yes, we meet those heat waves right now, and yield reduction. If you are interested in farming and idea of farming, you may heard that the yield reduction is already in progress, unfortunately. And yes, that's it. That's everything I did prepare for you. I've got a short European quiz for you, but we've got only 4 minutes left, and I would like to ask one question only from that European quiz, and maybe you've got some questions, so I will give you a floor for some questions. Okay, when do we celebrate the Europe Day? 7th, 8th of 7th May, 8th March, or 9th May?
9 May.
Yes, C answer, of course. And yes, thank you for your for the classes. I hope you did understand well. And do you have any questions for me?
Any questions? No? For sure? Anyone?
Well, I think I had one question.
Oh, we have one question.
How does feeding birds and rivers helps the environment?
Sorry, I didn't
You can
hear you
grab
right.
that. Can you ask Calvin? Come here. Come closer to laptop because we don't have microphone. So you can go to camera if you want. Oh.
Oh, there's this thing. How does feeding birds and rivers helps the environment?
So you are asking for the helping birds, right?
Yes.
Yes. So the idea is that if we help birds to survive, them will care for the environment because they are a very important part of our environment. Yes. So if we help birds to survive in the winter time, then they will take care about our environment in the next seasons as they should. Any more?
Another questions? No? Okay, we know everything, I think.
Okay.
So
Thank you
So
for
thank you.
good work.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time, and yes, have a great afternoon.
You too.
And
Take care.
morning, and morning. Sorry, it's before noon. Okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye, dziękujemy, do widzenia.